What is going on, everyone? I'm your host, Zonan Michaels, a Nerds by Definition, and today I have something very important to talk about, and that is Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all acting like some bitches. And what I mean by that is Cyberpunk 2077 is a phenomenal game. This is my winning game of 2020. This is my favorite game of 2020, is Cyberpunk 2077. Now, first, let me start off by saying this. I wasn't a fan of The Witcher. I'm sorry, CD Projekt Red, I know that's like your child, but I was never a fan of The Witcher. Even when I started playing Cyberpunk 2077, the beginning felt a little meh, and then the game just takes off. But I want to talk to you guys about some things right now that I feel like as consumers and gamers, you don't comprehend. 1. Programming is fucking hard. Take it from someone who took computer programming. I took it for 3 years in high school, and then I was going to college for game and application development. This shit is hard, especially when you're first starting learning. It's not a walk in the park, okay? Now, granted, these are professional programming teams, so I can see how you can make that argument, but the fact still stands that the task that they had at hand was hard, and it's not their fault. It's ours. Zonan, what do you mean by that? Well, let me tell you, the fact that us as gamers and consumers have set the bar so high for video games that it's damn near unreachable in certain instances. We set the bar so high for these developers that it's almost incomprehensible, because now they're like, all right, we got to make the consumer happy, we got to make the gamers happy. What do we got to do? We got to make this game big. We got to make it grand. It's going to slam. It's going to be doing some amazing shit, Tony. Just you wait and watch. We're going to be able to do all this cybernetic shit. You're going to be able to hack into stuff. We're going to be able to fucking grave flying cars and shit. And now they're just fucking firing off ideas, and the consumer's just like, all right, well, you better come through. Who did that to them? Us. Because let me ask you something. If anything is under a triple A game title, do you even bother anymore? Look at Among Us. That game is literally like, it's not the most graphically required, if we want to put it that way, but look at how many people still have fun with it. But when it comes to like big console games and things like that, people are like, oh, it's gotta be AAA. It's gotta be AAA. It's gotta have the best graphics. It's gotta have the best gameplay. It's gotta have the best shooting mechanics. Shut up. You're not developing the game. And now, granted, there's some good arguments that you can make with some things I'm about to say here today. Guess what? I don't care. As terrible as that sounds, because I am so sick and tired of hearing CD Projekt Red get shit on right now, because they gave out a game that some people had issues with. Now, I say some because hear me out. I played this game on PC. I played it on high graphics. I played it on high population. I had 2 issues. 1, if my car would drive too fast and I hit like up there in the 100 miles per hour, my wheels would shoot into the map and then I would spring shot forward. 2, because I did have population set on high, every now and again, there'd just be a random character that just kind of like bloop right in front of me. That's it. That's it. And I have hours into this game, and I plan on putting even more hours into this game. That's another thing you guys gotta realize though, especially when next-gen consoles are announced and getting ready to release. Now everything that they were doing for the previous console, they gotta do for the next-gen console as well, and depending on the requirements and things like that, maybe they were looking at it and they were like, hey, we can make this better. So they were trying to do what they could to appease everybody. But here's the problem, you're not going to be able to. And this happens every next-gen sale. People act like this shit's new. It's not. Every time a next-gen console comes out, there's bound to be a game that comes out and people are gonna cry about it because they were super excited, and guess what? It can't run on your console. I'm sorry. I get that the world is not made of money. I am not the most financially stable person. Let me just point that out there. So I get it. Money is tight, especially with what's going on in the world right now. I understand. I get that. Like, money don't just grow on trees. We can't just pull it out the crack of our ass and have a good time. But for the amount of hate that this game is getting, I find absolutely absurd. CD Projekt Red released an entire statement on how they're going to try and fix this. And do I blame them? No. Why? Because they themselves have realized that they set the bar too high even for themselves in that moment. Because they are trying to get this done and make you happy. Even if they would have delayed it more, I wouldn't have even cared. I bought mine on Christmas. That's when I bought my copy, and I still would have bought it whenever they released it, whenever. I would have let the money in my Steam wallet sit there until they said, hey, I wouldn't have even cared if it came out in 2021, this year. I would not have cared. I still would have bought it, still would have played it, and I still would have loved it. Quick little side note as I'm editing this. This gaming company, CD Projekt Red, it's not EA. They're not just gonna release you some shit and then say, consumer doesn't know what they want. And if you think that's something that EA hasn't said, go look it up. It's a great article. It'll make you feel great about yourself as a consumer in EA products. People are so hard on these developers, and it's disgusting. Because, people, it is not like we have heard that a game is going to be phenomenal and great and blah blah blah, and it turned out it wasn't. I'll give you a couple examples. And these are games that turned it around and actually became great games. Star Wars Battlefront 2, EA's version. No Man's Sky, do y'all remember when that shit first dropped? Like, oh, it was terrible. And now here's the thing that blows my mind as well. People kind of are like, oh, but you can beat the main campaigns kind of quickly. It only takes like 6 hours. Yeah, no shit, bud. Listen, one, if you do all the side missions and stuff, there's easily, I'm gonna say 30 to 40 plus hours, if not up to 70 plus hours worth of content if you do the side missions and stuff too. They don't just want you to just burn through the story. That's not what CD Projekt wants. CD Projekt Red, my apologies. It's not what they want. They want you... Damn loud cars driving outside. They want you to experience the game. They want you to be able to go out and do things. They want you to burn Night City to its ground. Do y'all not remember the commercials? Plus, CD Projekt Red said that the DLC for Cyberpunk is going to be as big as Witcher's. As in, Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and shit. That's like another umpteen hours worth of gameplay. We're going to get it. Give them time. But I think it's crazy how this game went from hot shit to fell off the map because some people had issues. I was even talking to a couple buddies of mine yesterday on Discord. One of our buddies hasn't bought it yet because he wants to just buy it when all the DLC comes out. That way he can just play it straight through. Respect. I get that. But me and my other friend did. And so when our buddy asked me and our friend, hey, what did you guys think of Cyberpunk? We both said it was great. Hell, we work at the same facility outside of like all of this. And so, you know what we did for like a week straight? Is just bullshit about Cyberpunk and, oh, what'd you get? Oh, what'd you get? What'd you do here? What'd you do? Like, we would go back and forth and we would have a good time. Honestly, stop being so hard on this game. It is not that bad. Like, I get it. You know what? I'm gonna take a step back. I've been yelling. I've been doing some dishing out. It's time for me to take a little bit. I get it. I was playing on PC. I didn't get any of these groundbreaking glitches. I didn't get any of that. And I get that not everyone can build like it was $1,200, but I got a lot of shit on sale. So a $900 PC. And I get it. It took me months to save up and to build this thing. I get it. I'm just tired of this game getting way more flack than what it deserves. There's some shit wrong with the game. Like, not even just bug-wise. Like, there's some characters that, like, when you meet them, you fall in love with them and they're great. And they do a great job as well as building up a character and making you go, wow, this guy's great. And then flipping it and turning him to an absolute asshole. And then you're like conflicted. and you're like, fuck, man, I hate him, but he's cool. What do I do? Like, ugh. This game is phenomenal. The story is not that bad. The story is actually pretty good. I liked it. Johnny is hands down my favorite character. Keanu Reeves' character. Now, I will say that I went in with a little bit of a bias because Keanu Reeves was my favorite actor. And so I kind of went in with a little bit of a bias towards him. But I'm not going to lie. When they first introduced Johnny, I was like, dude, this guy's a dick. Fuck this guy. By the end, because of the ending that I got, I damn near cried for Johnny. I love Johnny. Johnny's in the gameplay storyline that I did, Johnny's a fucking hero. But I don't know, I literally rolled out of bed and I'm still seeing articles and shit about people being mad at CD Projekt Red for this. Get off their ass. It's a great game. You know what? If you want a good review on this, fine. Fuck me, I guess. Because all I've been doing is yelling because I'm angry. Video Game Donkey. Go check him out. Video Game Donkey's review on Cyberpunk 2077. Generally, the guy does like comedy and stuff like that. Go check it out. I guarantee you he will help you understand because he actually shows gameplay and stuff. And I didn't record any gameplay, so I got nothing to show you. But anyway, I've been your host, Zonan Michaels of Nerds by Definition. Give this game a fucking chance. Give CD Projekt Red an opportunity to fix this shit if that's what you want. And stop it! I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Oh, another thing. I have some big projects coming up at probably the end of this week into the end of this month. So stick around and be waiting for those. I'm spending like hours upon hours getting these videos put together. And I still have stuff coming in the mail that I ordered that goes along with these videos. But again, have a good one and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.